I want to speak to Paul Mathers now. Paul is the director of Motorclassica. Now, this is the 8th year for Motorclassica down there in the Royal Exhibition Centre in Melbourne. It is a fantastic motor show with the classiest cars on show you can imagine. And Paul's going to announce a few releases that are going to happen at the show, which, well, this is news to everybody. Let's listen to what Paul's got to say. Hello, Paul. How are you?
For sure, yeah. Look, we're really looking forward to it. And of course, you know, we decided last year that we were sort of going to try to get more young people interested in the car movement. And as you probably know yourself, Chris, one of the biggest challenges that the car club movement has is sort of how do you engage younger people into the car movement? How do you raise the next generation of car collectors? And so we've been engaging with kids from high school, sort of from the age of 12 to 15 in our new schools program. And they'll be plugging into a couple of new features that we've got in the show, one of which is called Future Lab, which is all about future careers and future technology in automotive. And the other one is our live restoration theatre. Now, this is something for everyone. If you've ever tried to restore a car in your home workshop, or if you've ever, in fact, just given the keys to a restorer and left it with them and then wondered what happens next, well, we've got a live restoration theatre going on this year, which is hosted by Brian Tanti, a master coach builder, and the person that looked after the Lindsay Fox car collection for 30 years. Brian's going to be emceeing a theatre which will show 5 cars in different stages of restoration. So if you'd ever wondered what it looks like or what happens when you take a barn find to a Concours car, then this will be the area that answers a lot of questions for you. It's very interactive. You can ask questions, but the tradesmen and craftsmen and artisans will actually be working there on these cars. They're bona fide restorations that they're working on. Somebody's going to have a car, one of these cars that's being worked on at Motorclassica next year. And that's all being done by Maskell's Customs and Classics up in Shepparton. And that's going to be really cool too, I think.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, that's another arm you've got to Motorclassica. And of course, Motorclassica is held in the Royal Exhibition Centre down there in Melbourne. And that's worth the trip to Melbourne in its own right. It is a beautiful, beautiful place, set in beautiful grounds. So if you're into architecture even, the Royal Exhibition Centre is certainly something worth seeing, Paul.
Yes, absolutely. It's you know, this Motorclassica is not just about cars, as I said before. It's not just people that love cars that love Motorclassica, but anyone that loves history or design or things that are beautiful. You know, I've often said that Motorclassica is a little bit like the big man upstairs when he opens his jewelry box and the jewels scatter on the floor. That's a bit like what Motorclassica looks like. It's a pretty sensational experience, and you know, it's a great walk through history as well.
Okay, well, can you tell us when it's on and how to get tickets?
Of course, Chris. Well, Motorclassica is on from the 12th to the 14th of October at the Royal Exhibition Building in Carlton. Tickets are on sale now at www.motorclassica.com.au or at the gate.
Terrific. Paul, thank you again, and thank you for the job you've done on Motorclassica. Every year is different. Every year's got additional factors in it that make it even more interesting. And as I said, and as I've said publicly a number of times, it is without doubt the best and classiest motor show in the country.
Oh, well, you've been a fan of ours for a long time, Chris, and we appreciate your support.
Thanks, mate. That was excellent. And I've even got phone calls from readers about the Motorclassica, the story I sent you a copy of, wanting to know details of when it's...
Have you really?
Yeah, people are ringing me up about it.
Oh, that's great.
I think it's sparked...
Oh, that's great. Well, send them on down, mate.
Yeah, I am.
Motorclassica.com.au, yeah.
No, I'm sending them saying, you know, you won't be disappointed if you go along to it. It is as good as I rave on about it.